Hey guys, welcome back to the Dom and Nick Show. Today it is currently...
No, Dom, I think it's time for change. I think that saying a time and date is a little immature. So welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Dom and Nick Show. Listen. Nick has gone absolutely ballistic. He has taken just a little bit of a little methamphetamine here. So, oh my God.
Jesus.
Okay, so on a more serious note, there's some things that we're changing here on the podcast. First off, we're going to be changing the name up. We think that Dominic
doesn't really make sense anymore.
Doesn't make sense considering that I'm in the group now, which is not like I'm like, get my name in there. It, But we're changing to something else.
Nah, he was like that. He was being such a little prick about it.
No, I was not like
he
that.
forced us to change it. We didn't want to.
He was like crying and
holding me captive. Please. So another thing, we're not going to be saying, or Dom's not going to be saying the date and time anymore.
It's kind of stupid.
It's kind of stupid, Dom. What are you doing?
Yeah,
come on, man.
Okay, thanks guys. No, for sure. That's actually a really good note. But
it's a little bit sugar gay, Dom.
Screw y'all. So
right,
I mean,
okay.
Anyway, speaking of stupid stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go right into it. Okay, today's topic is just stupid stuff we've done in our life. All right, so who wants to start?
Okay, yeah.
Nick might as well start. All right, let's go.
Okay. Whenever I first moved here, I'm not going to say any names, by the way.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to incriminate anybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Except for yourself.
Way to start it off.
Okay. So we were at my friend's house. It was his birthday, and we were really dumb. We were in like the 6th grade or 5th grade, I think.
Yeah.
And we thought it'd be really smart if we went around the neighborhood with guns, like not real guns.
Jesus.
like airsoft guns. But they looked real.
Yeah.
So like we were like pretending like we were playing cops and robbers and stuff like that and being stupid. And an old couple called the police on us because they thought we were like robbing people, like for real. Because we were kind of pretending to rob people, like we were pretending to rob houses.
This kid just did a somersault in somebody's yard. Come and get him.
Come and get him. That's the kind of stuff we were doing.
All right, was this in Chicago or is this right here?
No, this happened in both places.
Oh, both places.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm dumb.
You think that you would have learned from like the first time?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so they called the cops on us. So like a whole squadron of police cars just comes and attacks us pretty much. There are so many police. They have like we're behind the fences right here.
Yeah.
In this one spot, and the cops just circle around us.
So did any of y'all get like tackled or anything?
No. Like they had their guns out on us.
Oh my God.
And I was so scared. Like I was like almost crying. It was bad. Mm-hmm. And like I was like, they're fake, dude, they're fake. like the others were like, they just didn't even care. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. But like I was like freaking out. Like I'm not scared to say I was being a little baby about it.
The other guys were like, I plead the 5th.
I plead the 5th, bro.
Nick's over here like, oh my gosh, I'm just
like getting a gun pointed at you by a cop is so.
I think getting a gun pointed at you by anyone.
Yeah, but especially a cop.
Yeah.
Especially a cop.
I mean, cops aren't bad. My dad's a cop, you know?
I mean...
Okay, you know what? Screw off.
Dom's dad's a cop, so, whatever.
So, I kind of know how it goes. My dad doesn't point his gun at me, so, I can't, like, really... I can't really feel what you're feeling right now, but, I mean, it's whatever.
It's whatever, That was really dumb.
Yeah,
it was really dumb for us to do that.
I think you're dumb in general.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
McLean, high five me right now.
Yeah.
Next dumb.
I have one stupid one. Dom, you were actually there. I'm not going to name any other names too, but we had some more friends. We were all going to McDonald's just to eat some food, and one of my friends is a little bit crazy sometimes. He's just having some fun. And I was trying to like hold him back from getting in the front seat. And I somehow cut myself on like one
By
of
the
the
way,
seat
we're sitting in a car right now.
We're sitting in a hot car. So we're all like sweating and stuff. We're all just like freaking out. Not freaking out, but we're having fun. And I cut myself somehow on my finger. And for some reason, usually when I cut myself, I'm fine. Nothing really happens. I just go wipe it up or whatever. But for this time, for some reason, my brain freaked out. And my body didn't realize it. And so I went to McDonald's to go to the bathroom, and I came out of the bathroom and I started to see blind spots, which sometimes I wouldn't see blind spots. It was just, on sunny days or whatever, I looked at the sun.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And then my hearing started to go away.
Yeah.
It was very odd. I've never had this happen to me before. And I was talking to one of my guy friends. He was at McDonald's waiting for the food, and the other friend that was in there went back to the car. And I just out of nowhere just shut down, just dropped to the ground, collapsed, passed out. I mean, and luckily my friend was there. The weirdest thing was there was like a full house at McDonald's. No one helped besides my friend. No one, no one even stared at me. No one even looked at me. It was the weirdest thing. No one helped. No one said, "Are you okay?" Just my friend picked me up, and I'm surprised he didn't laugh at me, honestly. But that was a weird experience. I don't know what was happening that day, but it was stupid.
It's like one of the guys in like the line just turns to another guy and they're like, Alabama, right?
Yeah. This happens about twice a day. Whatever. I don't know, yeah.
This happened last week. Ordering a McGriddle. Some guy just went out.
Fainted, bro. What happened? I mean, wow. Don, what do you got, man?
All right, so this was about last year, I guess you could say. And, it was whenever I kind of just had like made a new group of friends. Like I don't really hang out with this group of friends that often anymore. But anyways, we were going to a quinceañera, and I remember we thought the quinceañera was so boring. Like apparently, if you've ever been to a quinceañera, like they're so fun. They really are. And like, the music's like bumping and everything like that. You're supposed to be dancing and stuff like that. But there was food there, so we kind of just ate, and we thought the rest was boring, so we just left. And this was, I don't know if you know where, like, the fairgrounds are, but that's where it was.
Yeah.
So we were, like, away from Florence a little bit. It was in, like, Muscle Shoals. So we come back to Florence, and that's, like, 35-minute drive. And, no, probably not, actually. I feel like we felt like it was longer than it actually was. But, yeah, anyways, we felt like it was longer. Anyways, so whenever we got back, it was already dark. And we kind of had this stupid idea. We were like, hey, let's go to Dybert Park, And it's closed. Like, it closes at, 7-ish? Like, the cop comes and,
probably
sweeps the place.
Sundown.
Yeah. The cop comes and, sweeps the place. But anyways, it was, 9 at the time. And, yeah, so we were just being idiots, and we went to Dybert Park, and, we walked around a little bit, having a good conversation. We were all having a good time, and it looked like it was clear skies. Like, it really did. And we were all dressed up, too. I was in, a button-up T-shirt and khaki pants and Sperry's, and, everybody else was in, dresses, and, this one guy was in, he was wearing nice stuff also. And so out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, we feel it's starting to drizzle a little bit, and then maybe 2 minutes later, it's pouring down rain. It's literally another flood was about to happen. God was about to flood the earth right then.
Yeah.
I was already calling Noah, and okay, this joke is going on way too long.
It's going too far.
So anyways, it starts pouring, and we're all in nice clothes, and I'm not super athletic, but dude, I was like a freaking running back. I booked it all the way back to the car.
Usain Bolt, just
facts. Yeah, I was going I left my date or whatever. I was
back to a quinceanera.
Yeah, dude, you're supposed to do that.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never been in one before. Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, no, you're too white. Okay. You're right about that. Anyway, so I had my date was running and whatever, but I was just boom, I was off. So I made it to the car, and they're halfway behind me, from the distance from where we were and to the car, they're halfway, and I'm already at the car, but they hadn't unlocked it, so I was just stuck at the car, getting all rained on, and they hadn't unlocked it yet. So I was just standing there. It was kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm. Before we go on to the next story here, there was a scientist back probably around 2010 that proved that whether you're running in rain or you're staying still in rain, you're gonna get just as wet.
No freaking way.
If you're running or walking, you're gonna get just as wet. So it doesn't matter anyways.
Bro.
No, I think everyone's gonna run anyways, but
I never run. I just walk. I'm just whatever.
Sometimes I try to punch the rain, deflect it.
What?
Yeah. Or I try to dodge it, but usually that gets me nowhere.
Yeah. Because rain is random and your brain doesn't know where the rain's going.
Facts. Does it?
Yeah,
no, it doesn't.
Okay, so like this one time, like when I was in the 4th grade, this is before I moved here. Okay, I've never even told anyone about this, just because it's so
dumb. A premiere. Okay, let's go.
Well, I've never told anyone from Florence about it because I'm so dumb. Because it's like really like it's embarrassing, and also it was really dumb.
Okay.
So I've
Get
sold
into
it.
it.
I've sold it at this point. Okay, so someone told me that they bet me that I wouldn't go up to a girl and like cut a part of her hair off with the safety scissors.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you already know where this is going.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so like I get the safety scissors, and I'm just thinking, okay, I got to do this. I can't be a little baby. I got to do this. And this is 4th grade, so like.
He mistakes it for big boy scissors.
Yeah, I thought they were big boy scissors, bro.
Twist in the story. Okay,
So,
keep
like,
on going.
Okay, so I walk up to her and like I cut like, not even joking, like 4 inches of like hair
Jeez.
off, but only on one side.
Okay. Oh, but once that's even worse.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
even
it's
worse.
even
That's
worse.
more
Yeah, I
noticeable.
know. So like, after I did it, like I was like the instant I did it, I was mortified. I was so scared because she didn't think it was funny.
Yeah,
like,
obviously.
I thought it was pretty funny before I did it, but then after, I was
Hey,
like,
look
oh,
what I
God.
got. It's like her hair in your hand. She just starts laughing hysterically like,
It's like the teachers sat me down and they talked with me, and then they told my mom. My mom was so mad.
I've done. Yeah.
She was like really mad, and like actually like the kids that are from my hometown, they actually recently like talked to me about it. Like, they're like, Nick, we still remember when you did that. That was crazy, and we miss you, but that was really dumb.
Wow.
I was like, oh my god, how do they still remember that? It's been. I mean, I still remember just because I did it, but like the fact that everyone from my hometown still remembers that I did that, that's even worse.
Yeah.
It's like bad.
I
I messed her up. I messed her hair up. Like
that's crazy. I think I have something worse though that I did when I was really young in school.
let's get
So
into this.
when I was, it was probably when I was around 7 years old, maybe 1st, 2nd grade, probably more around kindergarten. My dad let me watch the SpiderMan movie, and if you know the original SpiderMan trilogy, they're pretty violent. They're pretty adult movies.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But my dad thought I could handle it, and I can handle. I used to be able to handle any movie, and I could. But it was just that I would act out those movies. So, like, if it was Iron Man, I'd pretend I was Iron Man. If it was Spider-Man, I'd pretend I was Spider-Man, whatever. And in that movie, I can't remember which one of the ones it is, but there's a scene of someone choking someone. Putting their hand around someone's neck and choking them. So I went to school the next day, and I guess there was this girl it was a very unlucky day for her. Okay, so if you know where I'm going with this, basically I choked her. Like, I didn't like choke her, she didn't die or anything, but I just like I said the lines like in like kindergarten language, and I was like and just boom, and just like immediate like talk to the parents, and it was bad. I don't know. I guess I just follow after my great inspirers, Spider-Man. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Spider-Man, for everything you've taught us.
You taught me so well how to,
I could see you doing that in like the present, but like
no, I could see that happening now. No. Like you see something in a Spider-Man movie and you think you can do it. Like you just jump off a building.
Yeah, well, you would think that some kid would think they could like web sling or something. No, my thought was, let me choke this girl. Let me choke her. I think it was probably like Green Goblin choking
Spider-Man.
Dude, spoilers, dude.
No. Spider-Man's girlfriend, Watson.
Oh yeah,
what's her name?
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. Sorry, Mary Jane.
Big fan.
Probably I think Green Goblin choking Mary Jane.
Yeah.
That's what it was, and I was like, yeah.
So McClane sees web slinging. He's like, okay, that's kind of cool.
Choke her girl.
He sees the choking. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think also one more thing that happened, I was like, probably around like 3rd grade or something. So there was this park back where I used to live, and we went to this playground on a field trip, and this playground had these weird these things that were on some kind of like bearing, and they would spin around. Like you could hold on to them. And they would spin. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking
They would just spin the full body, like you'd spin around on them, hold on to them. And this little girl, I mean, which is my age, of course, asked me to spin her, and I was like, all right, sick. I'm gonna spin this girl. She's gonna date me for the rest of my life, whatever. And so I go as hard as possible. I'm like, you ready? I was trying to press her how strong I was, and I go, boom, and she kind of like falls off and goes straight into a metal pole, and like goes, ting, and like I go, oh, and like I think her tooth fell out or something. Like,
my
she
God.
busted some teeth out, and that wasn't. I mean, that was just what were you doing, McLean? Come on, man.
Come on.
But you never thought about the possibilities of that. Anything can happen, man. It's crazy.
Sheesh, man.
So you ever done anything to your third grade girlfriend?
Yeah, bro.
I wish I had one. I was that kid that sat in the back of the classroom and like chewed on pencils.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. All right, weirdo.
Okay, I feel depressed now. No, actually, I remember in kindergarten. Okay, this is like a really short story, but I remember I got in trouble one time for like picking up a chair and like putting it over my head.
You running around the classroom?
Yeah. The teacher literally was like, "Okay, that's a safety hazard. You can never do that again." And I was like, "All I did was show my strength, man."
I am the Hulk. It's like all I did was show the strength. Listen, you strangled a little girl and you threw the chair at her. So no.
I just like black out and I come to and I have like a chair over my head. But yeah, no, I have a lot of cringy stuff that I did as like a kid, you know? Like I remember we had this group of kids, like it wasn't even that long ago, like to be honest. Oh my God. But anyways, it wasn't really that long ago, but maybe it was like whenever I was 12. I was still living in the same neighborhood that we're in right now. And I remember we used to ride bikes during the summer. Like I had like a group of kids that I would always go ride bikes with. Like almost every single day I'd be like, "Hey mom, I'm going to, hang around the neighborhood." And they'd be like, "All right, be safe." And they didn't really mean that. They didn't really care. But
my parents never cared about me. I've been on my own since the age of 9.
Yeah, I don't really know what that's like. Because like, okay, I don't want to get deep right now because this is supposed to be a
Let me finish my story, man.
Whatever, man. Never mind.
Anyways, so we had like this little biker gang. It was like the stupidest thing ever. Like all we tried to like attempt tricks on bikes when literally it was just like us falling over on bikes. Like we'd be like, "Look I could jump," and then like pop the front wheel up and like it was
so high.
Yeah. And we'd hype up everybody. We'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that was the coolest thing ever."
Off the ground.
Dude, we could get like 30,000 views on YouTube for that. Like, dang it, I should have been recording that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, if it's not that much, why aren't we getting 30,000 views?
All right, Nick.
Facts. What are y'all doing?
It's you.
Yeah.
It's you. You're the reason. No. I did stupid stuff on the streets, like with friends when I was younger too. Like riding bikes was really dumb. My parents would get really mad at me in general if I rode without a helmet.
Yeah,
they were really mad at me. One day I was riding home in like pouring rain without a helmet, and I went down and slid down the road. I was like, woo, and like as fast as possible, and just went head over heels and just slid. It was really bad. I used to skateboard a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do every now and then, but there was this big hill where I used to live, and I would have my friend, one of my best friends actually. I haven't seen him in a while. Crazy, not deep.
Okay,
but and there's this massive hill that we would bomb all the time. And one time, me and him decided, okay, hey, we're gonna sit down. So we sit down on our boards, and we start out, we're like kind of slow, and then we get to the steeper part, and we get there, and he starts screaming. I'm like, "What's wrong?" And I look over, and he's speed wobbling. You know what speed wobble is? Like you're like wobbling.
Oh yeah,
because you're going so fast on skateboard, and he's wobbling. And I'm like, "Oh no!" Then I'm coming up to it too, and I start wobbling too. And eventually, we both almost at the same time go whoosh and fall off our boards, and like again slide down the hill.
Yeah.
And it was pretty bad. Yeah, I mean it was a tear fest. That was yeah.
Y'all like give each other hugs.
We're like, "I love you, man. I love you. We've been through a lot.
We're freaking alive."
Yeah. Exactly.
I remember I have this scar in my hand. It's not that big of a deal, but it's really thick skin. Basically, whenever I was little, it was like whenever we first moved into this house that we've been living in for like, I don't know, 11 years or something like that. Basically, my parents had like this sliding glass door, and it was like, what do you call that? Like the entertainment set or whatever, like the thing below the TV that you put your TV on.
Oh, like I know. Everyone knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, like a TV stand basically, and it had like a cabinet that was like glass that opened and closed. Anyways, they placed it in a really bad place because it was like it was like in their doorway to like go out of like the, room.
Yeah.
And so me being like a little 6-year-old running, I was like, full on sprinting, and like I don't see this glass, cabinet door.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty big, by the way. So like I just fully trip over it, and then all the glass that shattered on the floor, I dug my hands into like all of it.
Oh no.
Like whenever I fell. So there's this big scar on my palm, and that stuff hurted. So
Yeah.
Talk about scars. When I was around 8 years old, I was dancing in the shower, of course, as every 8-year-old does. And I
didn't do that, but okay.
All right, Dom, get it.
didn't live.
Listen, and I was dancing, and out of nowhere, little McLean just slips, falls, and my chin goes straight down on like the big bar steep thing right next to you, where you get out, you step over it. I fell. My chin went right on that. Blood everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And I mean, it was pretty bad, and I was squirming, and I was like a little fish. I was like, I was like, Mom! And about an hour later, 6 stitches in, and that was my first story of getting stitches. So yeah,
I've never got stitches in my entire life.
For the cut on your hand. Really?
That look it's scarred. Yeah. That means that it healed. Like
that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was nothing. Yeah. They literally it was open. It was literally like open right here. Like this part was peeled back. Ow. Y'all can't see it, but like it,
it was bad.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I understand what a big gash looks like.
Yeah. Anyways, they literally just like run it over, like under the sink, and they're like, "Okay, you're good.
Okay, you're good now."
And then it hurt like really bad because like it was bleeding like really bad. So yeah, basically, my parents don't know how to take care of me.
Yeah, my grandfather was a doctor, so like he would always tell them, "Okay, you're doing this, and you're doing this, and you're doing this." Like they would never let me play football until I was like really older, and all this sports, and they were very careful around trampolines and bikes and everything. So they listened to him a lot. But I'm glad he was a doctor. So if I got hurt, you take care of me. But that's cool. Nick?
Speaking of trampolines, sorry. Wait, let me just say, I heard trampolines and so much memories just came back. So we had 2 trampolines in our whole entire life. One of them broke while we were on it. Anyway, so, dude, I can't even count on my fingers how many times one of us like jumped too high and just basically fell off. Like I remember my sister. Okay, one thing that we would always do is like, okay, so our trampoline was in our backyard. It was like covered by shade and everything like that because we have like trees in our backyard. And so like we would always bring out like our blankets and pillows to like the trampoline, and we'd just like sit out there for like the whole day. And I remember my sister was getting ready to get off, and we had like the blanket covering the whole trampoline, so you couldn't really see the end of it, honestly. And so my sister's going towards the end, and you know how like there's like that little space in between like the springs and like the actual outside ring? My sister's leg goes straight into one of those.
No. Yeah.
And then me and my little sister, we laugh really hard. We don't help her get out at all, and then like my parents have to come all the way outside to help her get out.
Yeah.
And so like me and my my little sister, we got in really big trouble because we laughed. So it was worth it though, for sure.
Okay, probably the stupidest thing I've ever done like injury wise.
Yeah.
So like my mom had just mopped the floor, and my cousin, my older cousin was over. She's like 6 or 7 years older than me. She thought it'd be a fun idea to like play slip and slide, like in the house on the mop floor.
Is your cousin hot?
I mean, she's a model.
I've seen her, dude. She's pretty hot.
Okay, stop.
No. This is a different cousin.
All right, we're getting on topic here. Go back.
Okay, go back. Okay, so like, she thought it'd be a fun idea to like play slip and slide in the house, and the floor had like just been mopped, so it was like super slick.
Okay.
So like I'm slipping, I'm sliding all up and down the hallways.
No freaking
and
way.
like I just fall. And like I hit like the back of my head super hard against the hardwood. And I got this is like a really bad concussion. Oof. So like my mom like saw me instantly, like I was freaking out. Like she said that my eyes rolled in the back of my head. Ooh. And that I was unresponsive.
Oh yeah.
And she was really freaked out. Like the last thing I remember was her putting me in the car. and I don't remember anything until the MRI scan, and then I blacked out again. And apparently I was in the hospital for like 3 days or 4 days. I don't remember any of it.
That's
like I don't remember that entire month, pretty much. It's kind of freaky.
Dang.
Yeah, it was really dumb. Like it was a dumb idea though. Like play slip and slide in the house on the hardwood. My family.
Wait,
was
so
really
how
dumb.
old were you at the time?
Oh, I was like in the 4th grade. I did a lot of dumb stuff in the 4th grade.
That's like 12? No.
Oh, like 11?
No, 10.
10 or
maybe.
11,
Yeah.
something like that.
On 10. I know. In 5th grade, speaking of 10-year-olds, in 5th grade, I think on the last day of school, actually, it was like free day, we got to run around, play on the playground, whatever. And my school, my old, elementary school or whatever, had a slide on the playground, and the slide was basically like sheet metal. And so just hold up by some structure. But the top part of it that you would jump or you would go onto, like you'd start at, was a very, not sharp edge necessarily, but a thin edge. So it was a very thin sheet of metal. Yeah. So it was very easy to cut yourself. They didn't realize that for some reason when they were building it, that, it would cut a child. And of course, stupid me jumps up to slide down it to go, get more speed.
Yeah.
And I ram my shin into it. You see right there? I don't think you can really see it. I'm showing the guys my scar.
Well, obviously the listeners can't see it.
Yeah, of course. But it was a bad gash. You could see the bone. It was really bad.
Ooh.
And I had to get 3 stitches, but it was bad. And I came up to a teacher and I was like, "Hey, I just cut myself." And I wasn't freaking out at this point. The adrenaline was still running, so I wasn't freaking out. And she's like, "Oh my God, I think you're gonna die." Like this was a good teacher, and I was like, Mom! It was fun, but I mean not fun, no.
Nah, yeah, probably not.
My mom promised me 2K15, and she didn't get it for me. She didn't get it for me. 2K? She was like, we were in the hospital, and like, before I was about to get my stitches, I was like, "Mom, I don't want to get my stitches." She's like, "I'll buy you 2K15. What you've been wanting."
It's sad. It's like the best one too.
Yeah, exactly.
And you didn't get
2K15, I didn't get it.
Oh, man.
That was one of the saddest moments of my life. Yeah.
All right, that seems like a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, guys, go tell your friends about our podcast because, our views aren't that good.
Okay. Make them take pity on us. Why not? Yeah.
Feel bad. Okay, but yeah, for real. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next week, Saturday.
Or sooner, actually. We have a special... No, okay,
never mind. Yeah, so, we'll see y'all next week, and be looking for our videos. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Turn those notification bells on.
Yeah, comment, of course.
Yeah, for real. Put a comment down in the comment section, and just, tell us an idea or something like that. Yeah. And, so thanks for watching. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
See ya.
Bye.